How's it going, Kyle?
What's going on?
Looking at the tape from last week, of course, a lot of controversial calls or whatever, and you were in the middle of some of them. Just how did you have to watch the tape from a personal standpoint?
Yeah, I watched it. Some mistakes that I made, and it was just getting in my own head. But it's out the window. I'm just worried about beating Akron this week.
How many times have you had people ask you about those plays and how, I guess you're probably pretty tired of it at this point. Is that safe to say?
That is safe to say.
What do you want to do to try to move past that as a team? Not just you and what you're dealing with, but as a team, how do you guys move forward and not let all that stuff kind of stick with you?
I mean, that's what today and Wednesday and Thursday is about, just fixing mental errors and even the technical errors that we made on the field. So throughout this week in practice is when we're looking to do that.
Hey, Kyle, it seemed like you guys missed a lot of tackles on Saturday. What do you kind of attribute to that? Is it just was fatigue setting in at all for you guys, or is it just, not wrapping up enough?
It was definitely fundamental things, just not wrapping up. Sometimes we put our head down. Sometimes we didn't drive through. Just little things like that. It had nothing to do with fatigue. I think we were ready to play throughout the whole entire game.
Kind of going off it, do you feel like anything changed from the point you guys went up 17 to the rest of the game, or it's just LSU making some plays, some fundamental errors for you guys? What do you kind of think that was?
Wait, do you say it again?
Do you feel like anything changed for you guys defensively after you guys went up 17-0, or was it just LSU started to make some plays?
LSU, a good football team, so they made some plays just like we knew that they were going to do. So it was our job to respond to what they were doing. But when they went up 17-0, I don't think anything changed with our mentality or how we played. I just feel like they're a good team that made some plays.
What sticks out about Akron when you're watching the film and their offense specifically?
They added a new wrinkle to their offense every week. So we're just preparing for whatever that may be for us. And they win a lot of gadget things. And we know that they're not going to come in and just roll over. So we're preparing for that aspect. And they're a team that fights on film. So we're expecting them to do that Saturday too.
After the game, I mean, you were on Twitter retweeting a couple things. Just seemed like you were very frustrated in the game. How long did it take you to move on, and what did your coaches and teammates say after the game?
We got a 24-hour rule, so right after the game, after Sunday, we're moving on to Akron. Well, I'm trying to, at least.
Shane mentioned after the game that you guys are taught defensively on a play like that to find the quarterback. What exactly are you all taught and how to do it in those situations?
Just like you said, we're taught to find the quarterback in that situation. I guess I could have been less aggressive about it, and used the tool that Jody always talks about and just maybe walled them off instead of delivering a blow to him.
All right, not a penalty question. What was your evaluation of the edge guys on Saturday? There were definitely moments where you were getting to Garrett Nussmeier and disrupting him, and then the second half it seemed like he was able to find a little bit more of a rhythm.
They went in to the halftime like all teams do and schemed around what we were doing personally in the first half. And not to mention we played against some good guys on the tackle spots, and credit to them. They game planned in the second half, and they were able to slow us down a little bit. So shout out to those guys.
What are some of the takeaways you can have from the defensive standpoint on Saturday? What are some of the good things you feel like you guys did that you can improve upon this week?
I feel like we did a good job of just being ready to go out there and play. Most importantly, aside from schematics and physical effort, I feel like our mindset was there most importantly. And it stayed there throughout the whole game. I don't think, talking to my teammates throughout the game, it didn't waver. Everybody was locked in trying to win the whole entire time.
Three-game sample size, but you lead the country in tackles for loss. Does that mean something, in sacks? Does that mean something to you?
That means that my work has been paying off throughout the offseason. It's always, I mean, obviously we like to win games, but it's always good to get individual things too. I mean, anyone would be a liar if they said that wasn't the case. So it's good to see my work paying off from the offseason.
I
think it was the first quarter when you and Bam Martin Scott combined for the sack. You were lined up like almost like you were covering a slot receiver. What was that? Can you describe like that play?
Yeah, that was a third down pass rushing package that we had designed up all week for him. And I won't go into details, but we drew it up and it hit home. And so shout out to C. White.
That was just for LSU, though.
We'll see. Thank you.